Hey, KK here. I want to thank you for sharing your day with me. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done with week 10, and we have seen some progress with some of our teams coming back up into playoff position. Just enough to place themselves with about 5 weeks left in the regular season to make a run at it. And then others have been like, nope, we're good. We're just going to take this week off. We're going to take the other weeks off. You know what? We're just going to take this year off. But it's all good. It's fun. Let's go ahead and start with the party time, party boys. This week we were able to even up our record at 5-5, maintaining a number one spot in our division. So we're second overall, but definitely not second overall with our 5-5 record. Our big win came against a guy or girl, I'm not sure, who beat us, doubled our score like 2 weeks ago. We were able to get that vengeance, able to right the wrong, 173 to 140. Our top scorer was Jared Goff with 29, followed by Trey McBride with 27. Kyren Williams third with 22. On the other side, the Carolina defense only got me 5. Now, 5 points for a pretty bad defense is not bad. However, I definitely thought they were going to do better against who I thought was going to be a Spencer Rattler-led team. Now it's Tyler Shough. That last name does not look like it's a Shough. Whatever. So he was able to lead the Saints, or the Aints, to a 17-7 victory. So Panthers still got 5 points. So not upset about it. As we move on over to the Azure Drops, we added the Panthers defense. And also Alec Pierce. Great pickup, by the way. Definitely look for him. And also Luke Musgrove. And on the other side, unfortunately, we did have to drop Matthew Golden. I'm a Longhorns fan, but you're just not doing it for him. Also Zach Ertz. Big Redskins fan, but don't know if Mariota loves you like Jayden Daniels loves you. So while you are very consistent, you are constantly putting up points. I have Fannin and I have and I do have Musgrove. So I think maybe their quarterback's going to get involved and show love. And then the final guy we dropped, Kendrick Bourne. Dude, I was so high on you. I was really hoping you were going to be able to like take it to the next level and keep at that level, but you weren't. You got hurt. You're not drawing anywhere near enough attention I need you to in a subpar offense. So, yep. We're going to move on over to the deranged Easter Bunny team. This week, we again were able to come out with a big win, 135 to 58, and this brought our record to 7-3. However, there are like 5 teams with a 7-3 record, so I'm still not looking special. I just have to keep winning. Win, baby, win, right? In order to win, we have to have players making big-time plays. And this week, Drake May scored 46 points. He was our big-time playmaker. Jason Myers, the kicker for the Seahawks, came in second with 18 points. And Amon-Ra saying, I'm going to throw a punch first and then get another player kicked out for the retaliatory response. Brown got me 17. So, that stinks. On the other side, this is the second week in a row. DK Metcalf, you only got a 6. Technically 6.5, but still 6. And then Michael Pittman. I was big on you, brother. Obviously picked up the wrong Indianapolis Colts receiver, so maybe you can jump back into it and be a number one. You got me like 3 points. Change them. That's not good. As we move to the Azure Drops, we added 2 Seahawks players, Sam Darnold and Jason Myers. Also added Bears backup running back, who probably should be starting running back, Kyle Mononga. We want to make room for those. We dropped Tyrone Tracy Jr. and Harrison Butker. That's going to be it for the Yahoo Leagues. Now we're going to head over to ESPN. Start off with the Vince McMahon Football Club. Unfortunately, we were not able to make the big time comeback this week. It was close. I really thought we were going to be able to, but that's short. 178 to 195. You might be thinking, how in the world 17 points is going to be a close loss? Well, let me tell you. We had Ladd McConkey playing on Monday. Got that long pass and was like 10, 15 yards short. But had he gone the other 10, 15 yards, he would have gotten then a touchdown. That would have been 7 points. So now that 17-point lead is down to like 9. So, again, could have been closer. He would have had to have another pretty big gain and a touchdown, but it's all good, man. Our top scorer was Jared Goff with 32, and Kyren Williams coming in second with 31. On the other side, unfortunately, I started a few guys. Harold Fannin only gave me 6 points. Trey Tucker only gave me 4 points. Instead of Aaron Jones, who got me 20 points, and also Juwan Jennings, who got me 13 points. So, those 33 points minus the 10 points that those other 2 got, yeah, I would have won. It would have been like 198 to 195, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. I'm happy with my 4-6 record. I'm technically still in the hunt, so all hope is not lost. There's only one ad drop for this week. We added Luke Musgrove and dropped Andy Borregales, however you say his name, here for the Patriots. So again, 4-6. We're technically not dead yet. We're going to keep trying to win. And the last thing we're talking about is the Jerome Horns Purple Dragons. We were able to come up with a big win this week, 130-88. Top score, Jared Goff with 30 points, then the Seahawks defense with 21. On the other side, we had 9 points from CMC and David Montgomery and 7 points from Derrick Henry. I went all in on the run this year, and this is how it's repaying me. There's 2 adds and drops this week. We added Parker Washington, which was a great addition and a great start for me, and Chase McLaughlin. We dropped Ricky Pearsall Jr. because, frankly, couldn't keep waiting for 25 Cent to come back. And just too long, and of course, now, earlier today, like, oh, well, he was able to practice Wednesday. Are you coming back or not, brother? And then also Kendrick Bourne. That one hurt a little bit. He had some big games. Just wasn't getting the reps, the targets that he needed. So, I cut bait with you. Talking about cutting bait, there are guys that you need to pick up right now, and that means cutting bait with some of your duds. Some of the guys we need to look at. I was really wrong on the defense last week. I don't know how I'm going to be wrong on it this week. Dallas Cowboys defense. This team has added a few big pieces, linebacker and defensive lineman. So I think they're going to look a lot better. Also, I think they added cornerback help. So I think this team is going to be a much better team going against a Raiders team with 2 words at the quarterback position. Geno Smith and Trey Tucker is their top guy. Brock Bowers had 1 reception for 31 yards last week. If they can literally shut down one person, the entire scheme is just out the water. So, Dallas defense, that's going to be my look. That's going to be my lock. That's going to be the team rocking with. Unfortunately, because I would love to have gone with my Redskins, playing the Dolphins, even though the Dolphins just dismantled Bills. I think that was a fluke win, by the way. We're done with defense now. Let's move to the offense. Running back, Amari DiMercado. Now, Benson could be back here shortly. Bam Knight did tweak his ankle last week. So, DiMercado can catch passes, can run out of the backfield, and if that is going to be able to get the linebackers up, the safeties up, everyone lulled to sleep, they can hit my boy Trey McBride. The more they have to worry about Trey McBride, the more it's going to open up underneath. So DiMercado could be a guy for you this week. Definitely look at him, consider him. I'm not saying drop like Derrick Henry or anything for him, but he could definitely be someone looking forward to making a splash for you, especially with maybe another bye week or 2 coming up here in the next few weeks. But also with injuries. Injuries are crazy now. Moving from one pass catcher out of the backfield to a pass catcher that's usually set out wide. Parker Washington for the Jaguars. Yes, Brian Thomas could be back, but also very well still taking time. Yes, you now have Kobe Myers. In that offense, there is going to be a lot of attention given to one man with locks finer than mine, Trevor Lawrence. But Trevor Lawrence has obviously shown an interest in getting the ball to Parker Washington. So hopefully it will be able to make that connection happen, and hopefully you'll be able to pick him up. With the Stephon Diggs there, yes, he's going to have a lion's share, but you also have Hunter Henry that's going to be out. Also then have questionable Kayshon Boutte to be in there. So who's the next best option? Mike Collins or Demario Douglas? Demario Douglas, the Douglas fella. Now, both of them have 32 or more targets. Collins actually has 33. Douglas has 32. Mike Collins had a breakout game. I think he had like 10 targets, 8 receptions last week. I think he had a touchdown. So he is definitely catching Drake May's eye. But Drake May's spreading it out, so that's great. But then also Douglas, with only 32 targets, only one less. Mike Collins, that's definitely something to look at as well. And I also think that when we said Boutte's going to be out, he's already been ruled out for Thursday. Yes, you're going to have to shut Stephon Diggs up. But again, he's going to be double covered. You're going to have another wide receiver who should be wide open. Fingers crossed, that's Mike Collins. That's going to do it for the recaps of the team and the recap of the guys I think you should pick up and the reasons why. So hopefully they help you. Hopefully you weren't burned by the Panthers defense last week. We're going to be looking forward to more wins coming for week 11 and continuing to climb up in the playoff race just week by week, team by team, spot by spot, until we get to the promised land. Just like we talked about in baseball, you have to make sure you're playing the right people in the right spots at the right time. think we're going to be able to do that over the last third of the year. So, good luck to you, and hopefully I can make those right calls as well. As always, this is JK. I want to thank you for sharing part.